Hello, we got one person in. How are you, that one person? Are you well? Who is it? Who is it that's there? Two people in. Don't be shy, let me know who you are. Three. All very shy. Hello there, young Dave. Did you enjoy the golf? He's all able to text all right, or he's super steel safe. What about you? Nah, the smoking didn't really work. Hello, William. Hello, Paul. I had two fags. I haven't smoked in 5 years, and I had two fags, and to be honest with you, they were disgusting. So I've gone off the idea of smoking. And I had a wee go. The wife has. I just stopped naturally when I stopped. Hello, William. Hello, Dom. Um, MK64. Sorry, I had 0 pence. Hello, how you doing, Birdman? Yes, when I stopped originally, I just stopped cold turkey because I'm not very good at doing anything else. If I didn't stop cold turkey, I would just keep smoking. So, but hello, Slick Slicers, how you doing? Um, and I had two fags this afternoon. It was disgusting. I tried the wife. She's always smoked the wee puffers. I don't know what you call them, but I just didn't get on with it either. So I've decided I'm not going to bother after all. It was disgusting. I couldn't believe how bad it tasted. So that was the end of my smoking. And how are you, Steve? Anyway, you've been very quiet. You busy? I take it you've been working hard. Do, do, do. Oh, of course you were moving. Yeah, I forgot about that. Hello, Menace with Knives. Chris, you're very welcome. Are you settled in now and getting back to normal? If anything can be normal in your life. Nice for days. How you doing? Oh, the support's a pleasure. It's us that should be thanking you and more people doing it. What you all do is just fantastic. I think. I sort of kept out of it for a long while because I didn't want to. Then I felt, oh, I've just got to do it. And I watched a certain man's video and it got right up my nose. Hello, Sue. How you doing? You're very welcome. Hello, Jonas. How are you, sir? So, have we knives laid out in front there? These are some of the knives that I've got for review this last week. Um, Namates. Yeah, I mean, they all deserve our thanks. There's so many in the pocket. I keep forgetting to put him in the conversation as well. He's helping as well. There's so many of you doing it. I think it's brilliant. It's all right, Jonas. I'm not smoking. I had to, and it was disgusting. I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna go back to it again. I've done that wee video, the wee picture on Instagram, just to annoy the kids. Francesco, how you doing? All the way from Portugal. You're very welcome, sir. You're very welcome. Dee, dee, dee. Yes, if anybody's seen my Instagram post today, me and my wife, after 5 years of non-smoking, it's funny, we were out in a cafe and we both said, do you know, I fancy a cigarette. And we went and bought some tobacco, come home, roll a cigarette. We both had two and we both decided, that. Is that a Spyderco? It is indeed, yes. This is the UK PK. This is a slip joint. Legal, obviously, in the UK. This is a special edition that was only available in a knife company in Wales. They sold it with the G10 scales. Normally it comes in just plastic scales. But this is a beautiful knife. This is an S30V. It normally comes in BD1, but that one was S30V, which is great. It's funny, I don't know what you all think. I was talking about this during the week there. I think now if knife companies are gonna, the likes of Spyderco, Benchmade, I think the basic model they should be bringing out now, really, is S30V, because they're not charging as much less for, the BD ones and all. I'm sure they're lovely steels, but why? Why not just move everything up to powdered steel? Nobody's going to complain. I don't believe they're going to complain. You've still got the likes of Ganzo and all the budget companies, which will do the D2, the 14C28. They'll do all them. Spyderco McBee, I have indeed. Really little tiny knife. Yes, it looks lovely, but it's very, very expensive for me to justify buying it, because I don't know how often I would use it or carry it. Although, lovely secondary knife, but I don't know how often. I have a drawer. This is a wee drawer here, full of what I call wee secondary knives. That's not a wee secondary knife. That's a lovely knife that I was playing with this week. But, let's see. I've got this wee knife that I've had. This is probably one of my best wee secondary knives. And it's probably about the same size as a McBee. Absolutely cracking. It's supposed to be S30V. I don't know. It does take a really good edge, but then so does cheap Chinese steel. But this one actually lasts and cuts, so I actually really do like it. It's about the same size as McBee, but no, I'm afraid I just wouldn't spend that sort of money on a McBee. And that's just me. We're all different, and value means different things to different people. If you can afford it and you can buy it, it's your knife. You own it and enjoy it. Ordered my F61. Yeah, I have the review coming this week on this. I don't need to do it anymore. The only thing I'll say about it, I've taken the clip off mine. I found the clip very high, not very comfortable in hand when I was using it. But you see, without it, this is just a beast of a work knife. A real lovely little shape, an odd shape, and you can just throw it in your pocket. It's only 3 odd ounces, so I'm actually thinking of putting one of the wee suspension clips. Because it's small, it'll rest in my pocket hanging down. So, Sean, you're very welcome. Junior, you're very welcome. Did I see somebody saying I'm going to dye the scales? I think I'm actually going to dye this red. But I absolutely love it. I just think Ganzo are pushing the boat a wee bit, and it's marvellous to see them doing it. If you see mine, I rounded over the edge there, and it means I can just sharpen it all in one go now, because the blade thickness is the same all the way around. There wasn't some Tantos you'll get that break in the blade where you'll get a thicker line down here. With the Ganzo, it's the same thickness all the way around, so it was just a matter of rounding this off in a diamond stone and then sharpen it all in one go. And to me, it makes it better. It doesn't really change the look that much, but it is, when you see it up close, you'll see that it's rounded rather than a Tanto, which just makes so much easier. Have you seen SSS's latest video? Who's SSS? I don't know him at all. Oh, Super Steel Steve. So, he's on here now tonight. He's on there. I couldn't think who that was. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, it's just a wee simple delete, isn't it? But I've never done anything like it before. So when you do them live, you're always a bit frightened you're going to make a fool of yourself. But then I look in the mirror and I think, well, I've been making a fool of myself my whole life. So I just go ahead and do it. Now I've lost that fear in front of the camera. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I really am enjoying doing wee mods. I was I haven't watched Super Steel Steve's new video. No, I was out all afternoon and I haven't actually got around to watching it, but that's my Sunday night bedtime watching. I watch so many YouTube videos. It's just, it's not real. I'll go to bed at night time and maybe watch 2 or 3 hours if I can't sleep of YouTube videos. And you know, I've been doing that now for about 3 years and I'm never sick of them. You know, if I get some of them bored through, and we all have make boring ones, I just turn it off and watch it maybe again. Dee. Thank you, Birdman. Duncan is that, yeah. Thank you. So, yes, the knives I got out here is just some of the knives that I've got this week. And I'll have to say, the star of the show is this one. Look at that carbon fibre, um, stainless steel, and absolutely, it's a lockback, a beautiful blade shape. And like this is £28, about $35. It is stunning. Lovely lockback, but watch this. Look at that. That is just, it is beautiful. Yeah, yeah, I think when you start, you are a bit frightened if you're going to look silly making video. In fact, well, we all look silly anyway. I think when we first start, when you look back after a year or two, but it is look. The thing is, it's not professional. You're not doing it as a living. Well, some of us aren't doing it as a living, but yes, this wee brother knife. I was speaking to the two boys that run. It's a Chinese company. The two boys that run it. I was speaking to one of them today, and they've sold out already of these, and he has another run in process. It's going to be about 3 weeks before they're back in again. So he let me know whenever they're going to be back in again. They're only going to be on AliExpress at the moment, but they will be opening up to other places. Um, but it's going to be about 3 weeks before they're back in again. So if anybody, if you didn't get one now, you'll have to wait 3 weeks, I'm afraid. But it's just absolutely stunning. The workmanship is amazing. Amazing. And the carbon fibre is just so good. Hello, Big John. How are you? Project Next. How you doing? Yeah. So I got that one. That's from Brother. This is another one I got from Brother. I showed these this video up of my unboxing. I'm just sort of. This is another lockback. This is one I had about 2 years ago, from Brother, and then they haven't really sort of made any models that sort of grabbed me. But when I asked him, would he like to give that to the channel so I could test it, he sent me three knives. He sent me this one as well on my request because I'd given my last one away. It's G10 scales beautifully. My lighting is terrible tonight. Sorry, it's not set up for close video work. But it's beautiful. It's a lockback. Again, you just press a button and it drops. They're really so good. That's only about £18, $22, $23. And it's 440C. And then this is the other one he sent me. And this, I just think is lovely. Well, that Kydex sheath. This is in D2, Scandi grind, full Scandi grind. Absolute cutting machine. Canvas micarta scales. Just look at that. It's that bottle shape. It is so comfortable in the hand. 4-inch blade. Really, for any bushcraft or yard work or anything you want to do, this is about $38 in AliExpress. They're all going to be on AliExpress for the moment anyway. When I first saw it, I thought it was a slip. So that was the three I got from Brother. I'm going to be doing reviews on them. But I don't know whether you've seen my video that I put up this morning. Has anybody seen it? Have you seen this? Look at that. Isn't that the best looking skinner you have ever seen? And it's a brass liner here. It's about 6 and 3/4 ounces. Absolute beautiful. It just feels so solid. Solid plastic handles. Look at that tang. It's about a 3mm tang on that. This one's a 4mm tang. But isn't that gorgeous? And that's this is £15, about $15 in the US. Hello Tony, how you doing? Mark, how you? Is it sharp? Yeah. I mean, they really do. This isn't super sharp now, I'll have to say. This one, the rest are all sharp, but this one will sharpen. It's 440i, so it'll sharpen. Paddy, can I call you Stephen, or am I not worthy enough yet? Crowley, you can call me whatever you like, Stephen. I just stick to the Paddy because it's on the channel, but my name is Stephen. You can call me whatever you like. Whatever you like, as long as it's not a bad name. So yeah, look at the handle on this. I just think for $15, £15, that's just amazing quality. I love it. And you get a leather sheath. Not the best in the world, but let me tell you, it's all right. You know, it's stiff enough leather, it keeps it in there. It does look a wee bit like the cotton sampler, doesn't it? It does, except it's just complete belly. Absolutely. Great skinning knife. Just great. And it's like I'm saying, if you've got a wee, just a ceramic rod with you, just to give it a quick sharp, and I know it's only 440i, but, you know, I would still, I mean, our forefathers used it to skin deer and elk and whatever, so why can't we? Well, anybody else got new knives in this week? What have you been carrying today? Let's see what Sunday carriers have been carrying. When you're done, can we see the hinder slip joint? You sure can. I'll show that to anybody at any time. Okay, Corolla, I'll call you Jim. A2, A6. Wasp. Ooh. Oh, an A2, Tony. I wonder what it was. The Wasp, absolutely one of my favourite knives. I love it. It's much like the... Where am I? It's much like the wee Ganzo there. I took the clip off it. Although it's a nice enough clip, I find it really comfortable to work just the way it is. And this is a work knife. This is the M390 or S90V, I should say. Kershaw Cryogenic 2 on Prime Day. Do you know, I don't think I've seen that. CH35 John Cracker. Another cryo as well. What am I missing out? Alejandro 710 and a 723, yeah. S90 Manly. Yeah, it's just a great knife. I dyed this when it was the camo, and I just dyed it blue. It came out lovely. You got a new bug out. Did you get the blackout one or just an ordinary blue one? And a Lawn Humphrey Alpha. You see, it's funny enough, I really am sort of, I've got this urge to buy a small fixed blade to carry as an EDC. You know, I mean a real small one, but I haven't quite decided which one I want yet. It's been jumping on the SRM. Oh, lovely. I'm really enjoying, I'm sure if you've seen the channel, doing little mods now. This, if anybody has got one of these, the mod I done on this, it has changed this knife for me. I loved this knife. Although there was a few faults with it, it wasn't perfect at all. I just loved everything about this knife. But I'm sure yous have all seen it and I'm boring you now. I done this. I put the forward choil on it. Oh, I put that on it. So now I have a full forward choil up there, so it can't close on me at all. But it makes it, look at the grip. It just makes it perfect. Absolutely perfect. And I'm not really losing that much blade. It's only an EDC knife to cut things. You know, it's not going to do, it's not that I'm going to heavy use it as such, but you can with S30V. It's beautiful now, though. It really does make a difference. Therapeutic Edge, how you doing? So yeah, if anybody's got one of them, I just used a wee Dremel and done it. It was such an easy mod and it came out really good. Tony, I agree with you. Since I started a year ago, the amount of slippies that have come onto the market has been unbelievable. I mean, I have literally, honestly, this is shameful. Like this is just my good slippies. I have all my you know, Rough Riders. Not that they're bad, but I have them in another case. I have a stack of them now. Somebody wanted to see the wee hinderer. There's there's a knife. Somebody put a video up this week. One knife in your collection that you would take with you every time this. I know it's not a big fancy, you know, if I could take anything, I would take the two of them. I'd take a fixed blade and this. But just a folder, they were asking, I would take this. So I know it's a slippy, but I have no problem. That'll do most work that I ever want to do. And I don't care if it's a shit hit the fan sort of thing. This is just a beautiful knife. Absolutely love it. Oh, not able. Oh, you went to the British Open, yeah. It was lovely to see the big Irish fellow in it. Lovely to see him win it. Has anybody else been getting in the slippies or? Was there a big contingent of slippies at the big show this year, Tony? Guardian 3. Yeah, I've seen the Guardian. Yeah, I actually had that on the drop as well. Well, look, I'm becoming a real YouTuber. I sold some knives last week. I do 5 for 50, and one of them is always uh, a D2 model of Ganzo, and then four other knives. I just make up a mixture of whatever's there at the time, and it's for £50 delivered. But it's only in the UK because it just wouldn't be feasible to do it in the States. So I sold two lots and I got £100 last week. I pay for shipping, so I made about £80, and so I bought. This is gonna make Steve, Super Steel Steve's gonna laugh at this. Um, I bought a Ferrum Forge Gent from Drop about an hour before I watched the video. But there we go. It's a lovely knife, and I'm looking forward to getting it. It was nice to sell some of the stuff that I'd got on the channel to put something back in the channel. I love the look of that wee Ferrum Forge Gent, and although it'll be for the channel, if you like, it's for me as well, and I think it'll be nice to just review it. Hello, John. Paul, yeah, I've looked at it for so long, and I just never pulled the trigger. I'm gonna have a wee knife. Jason, how you doing? Nice to see you. Oh, I think I just dozed off. It's middle. So yes, Steve, it was yeah. I have to say it did make me giggle the next day when I realised just what I'd done. I'd actually bought it in bed too, as you do late at night. And I had the money lying in my account and I just bought it, and then I watched the video. Couldn't believe it. They are, Steve. They're good knives, and I'll enjoy it. I love small gentleman folders, and especially over here in the UK. I know it's locking, but I'm an old boy. Nobody really bothers me that much, and I've given up fighting at the weekends. John, the Bradfords just seem to be an excellent knife all round. I haven't heard anybody. Scott, that's good. Yeah, I got mine in blue. Of course, I like blue. Um, Always got a case. Yeah. Do you know what I struggle with slippies? Here's my biggest bugbear. I struggle with this. I really do struggle with a sack. I just, it's a lovely knife. There's lovely wee bits in it. I really love the reamer in this. This is the Pioneer. I love that reamer. I think it's a great handy tool. If I was out in the woods or something and I wanted to bore in wood, but I bought it. I had one a while ago, and then I got rid of it, and then I bought this again about 2 months ago when I showed it on the channel. It's a lovely knife. I think I've cut about three things with it. I just I don't know. It's not a knife that I automatically gravitate. I don't open many cans again or bottles. I don't know anywhere you can get bottles with a flip top unless it's beer, and I don't drink. So, but I really struggle. I love the concept of the knife, but yet I just don't seem to be able to use them. My Falcon was a fail. The tie was bad. Oh dear! Don't tell me that now. If I have to send it back to him to get it fixed, I'll probably end up with a lump of wood coming across the shock. Yeah, I suppose a sack in the car is probably the. I have other knives in my car, but yeah, a sack in the car probably is a good idea. Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Give a man a bench and he'll die for it. Oh, I didn't see that. You can't beat a good 940. You cannot beat a good 940. My favourite knife. My favourite knife. This knife gets used now. That knife gets used. So yes, this was the fixed blade this that I got. So I had got a brother fixed blade. Again, it was about a year and a half ago. And to be honest with you, it's a full flat ground. I haven't been using it that much, but it really has little or no use on it whatsoever. This is going to replace it. So I thought it'd be only nice on a Sunday night, and I've been a bit up and down on Sunday nights. This is the other one that I had, made by brother. It comes in a lovely sheath. Now there was a one of these back things on it, but I really don't know where it is. I take them off every time I get a new knife because I tend to throw these in my bag. I brought this just to show you. If I'm going out camping, I'll have this on my hip, which is just. Let me just show you this. This is one of the best buys I've ever had. This is a wee San Renew, right? A wee fixed blade. It's an absolute slicing machine. Look at that. It's just beautiful, full flat ground, takes a wicked edge. And I just put that in my hip, for cutting paracord and things like that, or just around the camp. But I end up putting the big knives in my dog's giving me a shout here. I end up putting these in my pack or leaving them at my tent. So this is going to go up tonight. I haven't decided even yet when I'm going to do it or what the channels will be to get it. So this is open to everybody anywhere tonight. I'll send this off to you probably Tuesday, I would say. I'll send it off. So it's my Carta handle. It's got a bit of a scuff on there. But other than that, it really is in really good condition. I thought somebody else may as well use it. This is just, you think I would have cleaned that first of all, wouldn't you? Eddie, quiet, good boy. That's our wee new dog, Eddie. He's just, he can be a bit of a wimp at times. So I'll give it a good clean before I send it off to you. And I think you'll enjoy it, whoever gets it. It's a half decently knife now. So I'll bring that out. I haven't even decided a question for it yet. Does anybody else like having fixed blades about them, or would they use fixed blades? Now, I don't necessarily mean for camping. Would you use that about the house or out in the yard? I mean, I would. That's where I tend to use. I don't do much camping now. Yeah, full flat's great, but I like this for if I do go out in the woods. I'd rather have a carver. I usually have a Mora, but this is going to replace my Mora, to be honest with you. It's just such a lovely, big, comfortable knife. I'll be taking this in the woods for doing my wood carving or splitting. Oh, Jason, you do EDC one. I was just saying earlier on, I really fancy EDC and a small fixed blade. And I mean one with maybe a 2-inch blade, just a little tiny one. I'm trying to think of that well-known company in the States that does them, but I can't think, it's not coming to my head. Yeah, I mean, if you're out in the country, a fixed blade's what you would have. I mean, I would definitely be carrying a fixed blade every day if I could, to be honest with you. The SC, yes, the wee small blade, yeah. It's funny, although this is a really handy little knife. Oh, thanks, love. Although it's a really handy wee knife, I just fancy. Did it, Bark River, Tony? How do you know my mind? Yes, Bark River do a lovely little small necker, they call it, and I've been really looking at that, thinking, am I gonna? And I think I probably will eventually get that. Oh, it's lovely to hear other people carrying fixed blades. Now, trouble is over here in Northern Ireland, I'd only be carrying them if it was in the woods or somewhere like that. You couldn't walk about the town with them unless you have them round your back and a coat over it. But it's illegal, so I wouldn't do that. My wife just called me a liar. Now, I really want the Ganzo fixed blade. I think it's a 9CR. Yeah, I've seen the Ganzo, yes, and it is 9CR 18. It is very, yeah, and it's really reasonable too. I think it's about 25 quid, I think. What's the most anybody's ever paid for a fixed blade? I see some of the. Yeah, Chris, I've really been following Bark River. I really do quite like them. These knives, you're very welcome, sir. I think the one thing about fixed blades, I think if you're buying a fixed blade, you're going to use it. Whereas a lot of us buy, I have about 100 knives. So the chances, by the time getting around to use this and a rotation, it can be a long time sometimes. But with a fixed blade, you tend to have, well, I think the people that I sort of communicate with, they tend to use a fixed blade if they go camping maybe once or twice a year or maybe out in the yard. The Manry Patriot is a nice smaller fixed blade, 154 cm. I definitely want to get 154 cm. It's a steel I haven't got, and I've heard so many nice things about it. I mean, Benchmade and all used to use it, but you can still over here get the Benchmade Griptilian in 154. They've still got some of them left. And did you use it? Would you when you're paying 250 to 300? Was that for a user or was it more for a mantelpiece? Buck 119. Yeah, that's yeah. It's like a clip blade, isn't it? That Buck 119. Knots and knives, yeah. Heels and knives just got a beautiful fixie with a San Mai. He camps a lot, but the maker almost scrapped the knife because the guy made the. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Well, get him to put it up on Facebook so I can have a wee look at it. It was just an encased knife, yeah. I when I done bushcraft and that, I used to have all these bags put, a bag packed in case the disaster was going to come. But I've sort of got out of the habit of it now, to be honest. I mean, I have so much bushcraft gear, cooking stoves and like tents, hammocks. I used to like hammock camp, and that would been. I've only used a tent once or twice, but a hammock camped. Um, yeah, definitely wouldn't be able to use it over here, Chris. There's no way. Well, there's one. If you weren't here earlier on, this is a full flat ground, brother. It's in 440C. 440C, as you can see. Let me just see if I can get this for you. There you are. It's in 440C. Beautiful knife. This is going tonight. Somebody will be having this posted out to them on Tuesday. So, I've just got to think of a question. Selby knives. Where are they, Steve? Is that it? Well, just type in Selby knives, USA. 2-inch blades, exactly the sort of wee one I'm looking for. Yeah, John, the wee brother video is good. I was just saying earlier on, I know I'm going to repeat it, but these are out of stock. They're sold out already. He's got another batch coming, but it'll be 3 weeks. I don't think he thought it was going to get the reviews, but it's just a beautiful knife, honestly. Beautiful knife. Have you seen Blink blades? No. No. Hello, Big Red. Jody, how you doing, sir? No, Tony, I haven't. Never even heard of Blink, I have to say. A small charade old timer. Well, is it the charade that was it the long finger or the lady's finger? A real wee thin swooping blade. Yeah, that's it there. Yeah, the wee carbon fibre one's good. Now, Don't get me wrong, this one's very good as well. This is in VG10 and this one's in 440C. And they're the new fixed blade they have. This is the, what's this one called now? This is the F005. It's in D2. And to be honest with you, I haven't tested them. I've tested this one because I've had it before, and I know that's 440C or something very similar, but it reacts like 440C and cuts like 440C. Sharp finger, Bruce, that's it, yeah. That's a lovely looking old knife. I still got my knife ready with a small pouch. Yeah, I honestly, I have bags. I don't even know what are in my bags. They're hanging up on hooks in my. We only have this one wee shed. We live in an apartment now. I used to have a garage full of stuff, and it's all shoved into a wee apartment now in one cupboard, which Sally is nagging me to get rid of. So if there's anybody over in the north of Ireland who wants camping gear, give me a shout. It's going for very reasonable prices. Can I put them both side by side? Certainly we can. They're both they're both quite similar. This one's a bit heavier because it's a thicker blade steel, but and the handle's a bit thicker. But size wise, the blades are about the same size. It's a 4-inch blade on both of them. This one's 4mm, this one's 3mm. It might even be 3.5, but this is 4. The jimping on both of them is so purposeful. Full flat ground and the Scandi. So, there we go. This one's mine. This will be kept, and this one's going away tonight. Shall we do the giveaway now and get it out of the way so that somebody can enjoy it? Why not? For those that came on time, what shall we do? I watched Zach's video tonight when he was doing his giveaway, and it was a nightmare trying to do it. So I'm going to ask a question. I've asked sport questions quite a lot of times. All right, here's a good question, because if you're not following the channel, you might know this, but you know, I'm quite happy for somebody who follows the channel to win. I just got this wallet. Who made it for me? I showed it on the channel, and there's a big clue on the desk. Whoever gets it first, enter now. Wins the knife. Yep, Super Steel Steve, you have won the knife. You have won the knife. I Heart Knives made the wallet for me. I Heart Knives. There's a sticker there. He made this wallet for me, and it is unbelievable. It is just stunning. And I can't wait for it to wear in. It's still really tight and thick. So, Super Steel Steve, that was the first one. Anybody else beat that? I don't think they did. I think he was, I'm sure I've seen it. Is there anybody can check that? But I'm sure it was Super Steel Steve that got the, that's 2 prizes he's won, that fella. He really does, Steve. So there you go. You'll get, I think I might have your address, Steve, but I'll let you know anyway. And I'll get that in the post to you Tuesday. And you can beat it to death. Yep, thanks, Jody. That's very nice of you. Steve always wins. Well, that wasn't really a knife, but it was just a wee toady thing. It was a wee, it's again, a wee pocket dropper. They're great. What do you think the steel is on it, Steve? It was a wee, let's see if I've got another sort of one like it in here. I'm sure people have seen them on my channel. Yeah, here we go. It was these wee copies, and this, I think they said they were S35 VN. It wasn't this one, but it was a wee, just a different bladed one. It was the copies. They were doing them in Gearbest for a while. Cracking little knife this is. So it'd be interesting to see what Steve thinks the steel is on it. Probably HCR13, but mine cuts really well. Dee. Oh, sorry, did you get called away? Yes, Super Steel Steve has won the Brother Fixed Blade. It's not brand new, but it's a great beater knife. 440C. Yeah, it says S30V. It held up good for me, and that other wee one that's held up good, I don't know what it is, but I know it's good enough, and for all it's going to be used for, I'll not worry too much about it. So I'm looking forward to watching your video tonight. Oh, Mr. Grumish, how are you? Good evening. Good evening. There's Grumish. There's the. I gave Grumish one of these knives here. Oh, I don't know, a year and a half ago or something. And I got one again because I missed it. Still, it was a lovely knife. Did you watch the brother video? I wondered if you would watch it and see. How are you, sir? It's really nice to see you. Yeah, it's an amazing price. Great price for the knife. And yes, did I see Big Red? This is and I've been using this week. It's been up in my wee anything that's up in that wee drawer up there is wee knives that I use on every now and then. This is the Bushmaster, and I was listening this morning. Obviously, I caught your video this morning about the letter you wrote to them about their price increases. I mean, you must have given me a really good quality one because honestly, this is just amazing for $10. I can't believe you could get something like this for $10. Amazing knife. Love it. Love the handle scales. Look at that. Look how rich that looks. Sorry, I know my lighting, it's not set up for showing knives off to their best. But I mean, yes, I agree with your letter, everything you sent, because if you're going to buy a lot of them, well then, they need to keep them at that price. Just putting them up because you're selling them. I know it's business, but I thought surely they would have come back. Well, look, here's so many. Have them at this price, but obviously not yet. Has anybody else been doing any mods that has never done mods before? Or anybody thinking of trying mods? I think this week, what was it? I'm going to rit dye this one red this week and see what it looks like. I think I quite like that red. Yeah, I think that'll be nice. I'll do that this week. And this is the mod that I've been doing. And again, probably if you watch my channel, I'm sorry, I'm probably boring you, but this is a mod I've been doing a lot of. It's all my Spydercos. I'm putting a wee choil in them. And it just makes it so much easier when you come to sharpening. Look, I'm not going to sell mine, so my Spydercos, I'll just be keeping them. And for me, it just makes sharpening so much better. Simple it really is. A wee Dremel and one of the wee diamond bits. There you go. It's done in 2 seconds, but it makes such a difference. Yeah, Judy, I mean, it really was because it's perfect. I just think can't be beaten. And it's funny when I was trying to describe the shape of this one in the wee video. If you take it and the Bushmaster, although this one's a lockback, it's that same sort of blade shape, exactly the same sodbuster type as I would call it. What is the name of the die you use? Chris, I'll be 2 seconds. It's behind me here. I'll get it for you and I'll let you know. Where is it? Oh, here it is. That's it there, Chris. And it must be the synthetic. They do it in 2 varieties. I'm not sure what the other one is, but I was told that you have to use a synthetic. The other one doesn't take as well. And I got mine on Amazon. So, and it's a couple of pounds, for that bottle. I can get about 5 knives done out of that bottle. Now, maybe you could get more, but I've decided 5's enough. I just and it's pure gas. I just pour a wee drop in. Yes, so that is just a lockback version of it, you know what I mean? The handles are near enough the same sizing, a bit more blade length. Yep, just a 1/4 of an inch or though. Amazon, Chris, just on Amazon. And it's RIT, you just type in RIT dye, RIT, and it'll come up there. Well, it does over here anyway. I got that Amazon Prime this year. That was the best buy I've ever. That saved me a fortune. And you get things nearly, within a day or 2 days. Try adding some white vinegar to the dye. Takes better. All right, very good. I have to say, Steve, it's worth a try. Definitely, I'm not disputing, but I have to say, I think it takes really well. I tend to when I heat mine up, I let it boil for about a minute, and then turn it down a bit till it's just simmering, and it thickens, and then that's when I put the scales in, and I think it just takes it amazing. I'm trying to think of some of the ones that I've done. I'm sure I've showed them on the channel quite a few times, but there's the wee FH51. I've done that one in the blue. That was in the royal blue. That just came out really, really nice. Really, really nice. Now, what else did I do? What else? I've done this one in red. This was the another Ganzo, but it was the camo pattern I tied with that the red writ, and I think that came out lovely. Really nice. So, who's got knives coming? Who's waiting for any knives? What are you waiting for? Forgot the count. That I own is a nice looking knife, John. I have to say, really nice looking knife. I really fancy. Is it the Ace Biblio? Not all my mods come out great. Trust me, I've scratched quite a few knives. I'm a bit clumsy with a Dremel. 6 two sons. My goodness, Chad. Good lad. Good lad yourself. So I think I've only one more quite a few to review yet, but I've got that, just the gent really. I don't know how long it takes in mass drop. And do you remember the other week I was asking how much does it cost to get mass drop to deliver to the UK? I couldn't believe it when I paid for the knife. $3.60 to get it delivered to the UK. That is just unbelievable. So I'll be buying more from mass drop, to be honest with you. Even the cheaper ones. That means I can buy their cheaper ones and get it delivered to the UK. It just depends how many times the custom get to me, whether it becomes efficient or not. Really looking hard. Yeah, GECs are really hard to get. I've been so fortunate. I've only got 2 GECs, but I've been really fortunate with the 2 that I've got. And I got them off friends in the community, so that's how I was so lucky. Really beautiful. This is, this would be my favourite, but this is a close second. I love that bone there. Absolutely beautiful. Waiting on the, I missed that there. Code 4 Tanto. I've got a Code 4 Tanto, and let me tell you, you will be so pleased you've got it. An absolutely lovely knife, the Code 4. It's not something I thought I would like. I'm not a great one for big knives, to be honest with you. Yeah, 44 is just beautiful. It really is lovely. Although I have to say, I do tend to carry single bladed knives when I'm going out. And I've got this new, this is another one. This was the RG2, a fella in Canada who makes these slips. And I have a wee lighter in there, or not a wee lighter, I have a wee torch in there, and I always carry a spare battery. That's just out of habit. And I tend to carry the single bladed slippies in there just because it doesn't stretch it so much. I missed that. The FH61, this little beauty. Personally, I think it's absolutely brilliant. As I say, I took the clip off it. I didn't like it. It sticks out too far. It's very rigid. But you see with the clip off, it is just so comfortable in hand. It melts in. There's no hot spots at all. The forward choil is brilliant, and you can really get work done. I'm actually going to do a cardboard cut test with this. I'll probably do 200 cuts, which is the normal that I do in my knives. If it does 200, you know what I mean, for a budget knife, I'm quite happy. So I'll probably do that this week and throw it up to let you see whether the D2's cutting 200 times in cardboard. I'm not very scientific. That's for them very clever boys like Super Steel Steve and the rest of them. Yeah, and the other thing that I want a wee shout out for, I don't know whether you've been following the what's been going on at the minute, but they're trying to get Love Them Knives and the boys are trying to get a tester for Kurt. So if you go to the Love Them Knives channels, if you can afford to maybe donate $5 or $10, I'm donating tomorrow myself. So just donate some money if you can towards getting a tester for Kurt. That would be great. Let me know if you want to. I'm not sure what that was. No problem. I'm not sure what was going on there, Judy. Oh, let me know you want something nice to say, locks in the thing, carry it, makes it easier. Um, yeah, I think we were going to be. Actome One was trying to start up a thing where he was going to get a pass around for knives and people to give their opinions, but it really didn't get a whole lot of feedback. So I think that's not going to do it. If companies don't. Oh, Jody, yes, thank you so much. Actually, I probably will take you up on that because sometimes certain companies, it takes maybe 6 months, a year before a knife will get over here to the UK. Some get here quite quickly, but others are so slow. Yes, I would probably take you up on that. And if I'm buying something, I never want the boxes. So it's just a matter of even flattening them, throwing them in a flat pack, and it's cheaper to send. But I would pay for the shipping anyway. The company in Wales that I use, Heine Haynes, are getting better at getting the knives. They're getting much better at getting the knives in, and they're getting a better variety, which is great. Which I suppose is there's more of us now in the UK that are looking, different knives. I think they were very much in that sort of bushcraft, sort of style. I just can't tell you how much I love this. I just think this is to me, just oh, this is just gorgeous. I love this. I love everything about it. When I have this in my hand, I just have this feeling of security. Love it. Absolutely love it. But it's funny, I was talking about, the one and only knife you would pick up. The reason I would pick something like this up is simply because the axis lock. I mean, and shit hit the fan. If your axis lock goes, your knife's nearly out of condition. Whereas it's less likely for anything to happen on the opening mechanism in this. And that's the only reason I would choose this over something like my favourite knife. This is my favourite knife, but this would be more sensible to take in a shit hit the fan scenario. But it was my grill knife when it came around, and when I got it off Jeff Jewell, it's still my grill knife. I've not needed to replace it with some other. There's plenty of knives I like, but this is still what I would consider the grill knife. Dee, 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 dee. That's the one thing that you see the Civivi knives over in Northern Ireland, really hard to get them. You can get a few of the wee knives, but the Civivi branded knives, you just can't get them over here. I've just had no joy whatsoever getting them. If anybody's from the UK and has seen anywhere that sells a Civivi, I would like to have one just to say I've got one. I wouldn't. The higher end wee knives are. I'm not attracted to their style, if that makes any sense. The Civivis are a bit more plain and ordinary, and I like them, and I can get a smaller model. Yes, now that I know that drop's not going to cost me a fortune, depending on customs, to see what I get stung for that, but I'll be buying them if I can get away with not too much in customs. I'll definitely buy them. CV Duras, yeah, that's the wee stocky one, isn't that? Looks really nice. I would say that's your kind of a knife. Mine too. I quite like that now myself. But yeah, it's a really nice knife. I was watching Stasa, one of Stasa's videos there last night, and he was doing a test. I'd asked him would he push it up the list of the little Spyderco. It's a slip joint, oh, a little tiny Spyderco. But the fit and finish, now everything else was fine, the fit and finish, but if you stroked your finger along the back of the knife, you got caught and cut on the blade. It was sitting up that high. If you stroked back, it would have sliced you. And I'm thinking, I don't understand this Spyderco fanboy love for these. Is it just blind? I just, because the fit and finish in nearly every one I've had has not been great. But actually, yeah, the Spyderco Urban it was, and he actually cut himself. It was in his pocket and opened a bit, but he couldn't run his hand across there because the blade was sticking up. Where's the checks on these knives? I don't understand. I just don't understand it. You know, if one was like that, how many more was like it? Oh, Dave, and I don't like you. Yeah, it's Stas's video. He done a video on a great wee knife, and it was in the EBL or something steel, which looked really good. QC has been terrible and God, it was Benchmade there for a while was bad, but I think Benchmade have sort of getting their way back again. But no, it's the Spyderco's. No, it's never been as bad as the one I've seen with Stasa, but the blade centering's been off. Their grinding has been terrible. Whoever's sharpening the knives is doing it in braille. It's about 4 of the last 5 have been completely off. Yeah, there's no need for a knife to come dull. If you're selling knives, surely you sell them. I don't know, you've got to sell a knife sharp, or what sort of a knife maker are you? Benchmade services. Oh, hello, Zach. How you doing? There's Mr. Benchmade. Just as I was just about to say something. Yes, at least with Benchmade, you know their customer service is amazing. And they were amazing to me when I first got my Benchmades. And 2 of them, the springs went. The fella who does the repairs and all and sends replacements out, he sent double of everything to me in Ireland without having to be asked or begged. They just said, no problem. Don't worry, Stephen, I'll get it out to you now. And they did. Within a week, I had new springs. They'd sent me extra stuff over. And it makes you feel, it's that warm feeling, right, right, I'll buy from them again. And I have done, do you know what I mean? The trouble is, I do it with Spyderco too, because they make so many steels. And I just think even that's more, because they do so many knives that people want, you'd think their fit and finish would be better. Yes, Mr. Benjamin. He done great giveaways tonight, let me tell you. And this man has great giveaways coming on his 3,000 subs. So keep your eye out for that. Get over there and get your name down. I've got a 5,000 one coming in a few hundred, still another few hundred, but I'm gathering up. I've got a real good lot of, I have to say, I'm happy with what I've got for the prize. I'm probably going to do 2 prizes. I'm going to do a prize for this side of the shuck and a prize for the other side of the shuck. And I'll probably just do 2 separate videos, one for across the Atlantic and one for this side of the Atlantic, and we'll do 2 prizes and split it up. This blue here. Hi, Paddy. I missed that. Somebody just ordered. I'm not sure who it was. Yeah, I mean, Spyderco do. I mean, this is a great knife, I have to say. Well, it's a very basic slip joint, you know what I mean? There's not much you can get wrong with it, but it's really well made. But the grinds in this weren't great. Oh, Rachel, you did as well. I mean, I wanted to buy that wee Urban, obviously because it's a slip joint, and I quite like that new EBL steel. I wanted to try it. Um, that's sad, Rachel, that you put, and they're expensive wee knives for all the sizes. What are they, about 70, $80, or maybe 65, 70 over in the States? But the same thing over here will be 75, 80 quid. And pounds, sorry, not dollars. Yes, this is my Hinder. I think it's one of the nicest blues that have come out. Although Knife Video Channel had a bento box Para 3 blue. Oh, it was a lovely colour. Really nice colour. Dee dee dee. Dee 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 dee. Zach, don't even need red slippers, just say Benchmade. Paddy, you'll love AEBL. It looks really good. Yeah, it looks, the way that Stassa was describing it was very much like it was easy to sharpen and took a really screaming edge. Yeah, it's not a company that I know, obviously, it's American, but it was the blue on his Para 3, and he said they still have some left, was absolutely beautiful. What knife is on the right with a horn? Oh, yes. This is just a gear best. It's a rip-off. Again, I can't remember the man's name, but I know Tony will come in. It's just a rip. It says it's S35DN. It holds an edge for a good long time. It's a wee secondary knife. It's a frame lock. It's a real nice wee knife. Just a real nice wee pocket dropper. I have a wee hoop on it, so on my keyring, I'm going to, I'll maybe just clip it on the wee hooks on my keyring. Holy, it's just about it. Oh, Ali backside and good night, Carla or Jim, if that's what you want to be called. It's very kind of you to join in. Thank you very much indeed, and I'll see you next week, hopefully. So, folks, we're at about an hour now. That's about long enough for me to keep on going. It's our bedtime here in the UK. It's coming up to 10 o'clock. Me and the old girl start getting ready to bed at 10 o'clock. My dog has me up at 6 o'clock in the morning, so I'm ready for bed now. So, Instagram knife guy. Yep, I'll go over and give you a wee try. Look, thank you very much for everybody who came along. Congratulations to Super Steel Steve for winning the fixed blade. It's on its way to you, sir. And thank you everybody else who came along tonight. Take care, everybody. I really appreciate you coming along. I've enjoyed the chat again. Take care, and I'll see you through the week. All the very best. Cheers, Zach. Sorry I didn't get much of a chat. Dave, you take care of yourself. Get to bed early. You've been walking around that golf course. At your age, that's not good. Take care now. All the very best. Night night. I'm going now. Bye. Cup of tea time.